This is how to tackle the BMW M2 on iRacing. It's one of the most fun rookie cars in the game, but also one of the hardest rookie cars to learn properly. Today I'll teach you the braking, throttle and racing line techniques that will help you get faster and more consistent. To the braking zone, we're gonna want to peak at around 60% brake pressure, hit the brakes relatively firmly, and try keep the wheel as straight as we can, because the purpose of the brakes at this point in the corner is just to slow down the car. We are just aiming to keep the wheel as straight as we can and make sure all the grip from the tires is going into slowing the car down. Now, as we begin turning in, we want to smoothly trail off the brakes to keep weight on the front tires and help the car rotate. At this part, the grip we are using from the tires is going to be somewhat used for slowing down and somewhat used for turning the car into the corner. Now we're going to continue trail off the brakes as we get to the apex. And at this point, we just want to be really smooth with the steering and make sure we're not dropping the brakes here, because that will cause the car to understeer. That will kill your corners and your lap times if you're doing that. Once we start opening the steering up, we begin to throttle more progressively. It's important we are patient because we don't want to be using the TC, and that's the same thing for the braking. We don't want this red line to go yellow because it means we're asking too much of the tires, and the ABS is going to trigger and it's going to overcompensate, and we're going to end up slowing down less than before. So make sure you're keeping this at around max 60%, like I have here. Then on throttle, it's very similar. Smooth. As the steering straightens, we increase our throttle. The TC will overcompensate and ruin your exit as well. We want to be keeping the car as straight as we can on the exits to pull this track. It's the final corner. So you can see here that the techniques are the same. We're going to hit the brakes relatively hard to around 60%, keep the car as straight as we can to help decelerate as best we can. Now we're not really pushing more than 65% on the brakes. And as we turn in, we smoothly trail off, making sure we're not dropping it, because we need to keep some weight on the tires, and that's what's going to help you turn the car. As we open the steering, we're going to want to add throttle. Make sure we're using the ABS or the TC. Now, in terms of racing line, the key thing with this car is that it has not much downforce and quite a lot of power. So it's going to usually mean we're going to take late apexes. So slow and fast out. As you can see, all the way to the left-hand side. And only racing around here, which is quite late for this corner. That is because we just want to get the car as straight as we can, going full throttle here and using all the track to maximize our way onto the straight. Now that's going to be very similar for other corners. Here is the final corner we're going to look at, and this is a bit different because there is no perfectly straight road that we can get our deceleration done. But we're still going to try keep the car pointing straight while we brake and make sure we stay out of the ABS. We're not spiking the brake. Now start the trail off. And as we get to this straight part again, we do increase the brake slightly. We're going to take a late apex again. Keep some brake pressure on until we are on the throttle. And then straighten the wheel as best we can. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more guides, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.